In the world of Rick and Morty, there are infinite universes where both of them can travel to. So far, we've seen both of them travel to some pretty crazy places through the seasons, and today we're gonna rank some of those places from worst to best. So keep watching as we dive into the universes of Rick and Morty. Let's get started. Number 10. Cronenberg World. Starting off the show in Season 1, we learn that Rick is from Dimension C137. In the very first episode of the show, we see Rick creating a potion for Morty in order to make Jessica love him. However, things went sideways and the entire world ended up falling in love with Morty, except his family.
These serums, they don't work on anybody related to you genetically.
Rick tried to make an antidote, but instead made every person into a Cronenberg monster. Rick decides to find an alternative universe where he has already solved this problem and move there with Morty. They do that while killing Rick and Morty in the dimension they arrive in, leaving the rest of the Smith family behind them. But this raises the question, if that was Dimension C137, isn't Rick now living in a different dimension? Number 9. Screaming Sun Universe. Just by seeing this name, you already know of the universe where there is a screaming sun for 42 hours each day. The first time we see this universe is when Rick and the family need to leave Earth and live in a different world while trying to find worlds similar to the Earth. Rick ends up with only 3 results. One of them was extremely tiny, the other one was literally on a cob, and everything on it was on a cob, and finally the one where the sun screams. We put this universe at the 9th spot because we can't imagine being able to live and function with something constantly screaming outside. Could you? We think we could pass this one. Number 8. Wasteland. In Season 3, we are introduced to this wasteland or post-apocalyptic universe. This adventure that Rick and Morty and Summer have in this universe is a Mad Max type adventure where Morty and Summer use this universe to deal with their parents' divorce.
I love post-apocalyptic versions of Earth!
Just like in Mad Max, we see the trio begin being chased by a few cars that shoot at them. At the end, Rick manages to make Morty's arm way bigger in order for him to fight.
Look, man, I'm just along for the ride on this one. You know, you're preaching to the choir.
And Summer kills their leader and falls in love with his replacement and decides to live there with him. Rick then gives the wasteland unlimited electrical power, which turns the entire universe into a suburb. Summer gets tired of it, and Morty and Rick leave that universe forever, and Rick even manages to grab the electrical power source before jumping into the portal. Number 7. Toilet Dimension. In one episode, we see Rick and Morty bringing Summer on one of their adventures when all of a sudden she really needs to use the bathroom. So Rick decides to walk her through a few universes and let her go to the toilet. The first universe we see is the dog world that we mentioned earlier. We get a quick glimpse of how their bathroom looks like with fire hydrants for toilets. In the next universe, he takes her to a universe where the toilets are intelligent beings and the people are being used as toilets. Definitely something no one wants to see or experience. The last universe we see is the one that finally has a decent toilet, however, it's located in hell.
Go to town, Summer.
I'll hold it till we get back to Earth.
This is why I let Rick put a catheter in me.
And the people there look like they've been taken out of Hellraiser. Number 6. Pizza Universe. In the episode where Rick and Morty both escape from the Council of Ricks, they portaled through various universes to get away from the Ricks that were chasing them. So as they were running through universes, we saw a few crazy ones. The first one was where pizza acts as a human being and the humans are food. Then we see phones acting as human beings being phones, and pizza in furniture.
Yeah, I'd like to order one large phone with extra phones, please.
Cell phone. No. Rotary and payphone on half.
The last universe to run through is one where chairs are human beings, humans act as chairs, pizza acts as phone, and phones are actual food. Rick and Morty do spend a while in this universe, and we see them dining in a restaurant where they sit on humans, and phones are delivered to their table as food. Number 5. Hellraiser Universe. Speaking of Hellraiser, in Season 5, we've also seen another tribute to the Hellraiser movie where Jerry and Rick open a portal from hell and they let in a few beings who laugh and feed off of Jerry's awkwardness.
I got this little ditty from Cole. I love that I don't get it.
Jerry later on finds out about it and that Rick was using him for it, and they end up taking Jerry to hell. Rick and Beth agree to go down and helping him, and as they arrive, we see them in full Hellraiser costumes where Beth has darts on her face and Rick has a marlin going through his body. Eventually, Rick manages to create a device that would make them feel actual pain instead of happiness when they see pain. This way, he destroys everyone and gets Jerry back. Number 4. Dog World. This world, or dimension as we can say, appeared in the first season when Jerry asked Rick to make their dog Snuffles a bit smarter so he could know not to pee on the carpet. However, while Rick made the dog smarter, unintentionally turned the dog into a mastermind that created a robot body and later did the same for other dogs to create his own powerful dog army.
Where are my testicles, Summer? Where are my testicles, Summer?
By the end of the episode, all the dogs were sent into their own dimension where they could live without humans. While the dogs were going through a portal to the other dimension, Snuffles said goodbye to Morty. From that episode, we haven't been able to look inside their universe, only a sneak peek when Rick and Morty and Summer travel through various universes, finding the perfect toilet. Number 3. Fruipyland. In Season 3, we get an insight of Beth's childhood with her father, or the part where he was around. She talks about her best friend Tommy and how he's missing and considered dead. In that conversation, she mentions her imaginary world called Fruipyland, to which Rick admitted that he created that world and it was not imaginary. Beth forces him to open that world so she can see if Tommy's still there because she remembers taking him there. Rick opens that universe and to their surprise, Tommy's still there and alive. Beth somehow manages to get Tommy out of that universe and into the real world in order to save his father from going to prison for allegedly killing Tommy. Number 2. Microverse. One of the craziest, confusing, but overall interesting episodes is the one where we learned that the power that is being used to operate Rick's space car is in fact a small universe located in the actual car. Due to some malfunction, Rick and Morty have to go inside that universe to see what the problem is. They go into the microverse and they learn that the beings living there have already created a smaller universe inside the microverse called Miniverse that they use for power. Rick and Morty go into the Miniverse only to learn that the same thing happened as the microverse, where the beings of the Miniverse have created a Tinyverse.
Not cool.
What?
You got the people on this world slaving away making your power?
Could you imagine having a universe inside a universe and then another universe inside of that universe? Number 1. Cromulent Dimension. The last and probably one of the funniest episodes in universes we ever got to see has to be the Cromulent Dimension. In this dimension, a bunch of floating heads go to each planet in the entire universe, asking them to show them what they got in the form of a song.
Show me what you got!
If the floating head likes it, you get transferred into a universe where you get to compete against other planets. In this process, Rick and Morty came up with some ridiculous songs like Get Swifty. Well, as ridiculous as the song was, it did manage to bring an end to the Planet Music Show and declare the Earth the final winner of the show. So we guess that was a happy ending for the Earth. On a related note, we wanted to know, which universe do you think is the best one yet on Rick and Morty? Let us know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more amazing videos such as this one, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.